VTubing is built like that. Everything, like, it's designed to trend. It's designed to get, like, the algorithm to pick them up. So I wouldn't say it's abnormal. Anyway, I'm gonna read your donation now, Tharja. Thanks for the super chat. I'm not hating on VShojo. When I say this, it's just using what VShojo has done until this point. If all VShojo has done is nepo hire, then yeah, people will assume the applications are nepo hires, especially after the last auditions were too. Yeah, no, exactly, 100%. Tharja. So we're gonna go through what happened in the last time and like give a little bit of a backstory as to why a lot of people are actually like dunking and making fun of VShojo for this, especially tweets like this. Look, I applied, I sure hope I get accepted. VShojo, nepotism. You might think that this is some fucking random 2-view that barely only got like what, 500 likes or something on Twitter? Nope. 3,000. 3,000 likes. So it's fair to say that a lot of people have this sentiment. A lot of people, right? Like they get the impression that VShojo is just doing nothing but nepo hiring again or whatever, right? And okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning now. Okay. I'm gonna start from the beginning. So, I'm not sure if the auditions is for the new models or if the VTubers to keep their models, if the VTubers are gonna keep their VTubers IP and all that sort of stuff. I understand that this is VShojo and people are confused about what they should do because VShojo hasn't done anything serious like this. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, right? Like Zentreya was sad posting about how a lot of people got the idea that this was that only big names and people that were gonna get chosen were their friends, you know, nepo hiring. That this was some sort of smoke screen for them doing the usual, but with the added hype of a new member in a fake debut cloud, you know, that sort of thing. And you know, bros, do not go to Zen's tweet. I don't think if there are actually, I didn't see because I was traveling, but if I actually see, if there was actually people like shitting on Zentreya for this, I think they're idiots because I think Zentreya is like, you know, I think she's one of the more controversy-less member in VShojo. You know, in general, people kind of like her. Or if they don't like her, they don't have too much of a negative opinion of her. Zentreya did nothing wrong, basically. Yeah. Funnily enough, right? When I saw this tweet, I also saw this tweet from Dokibird, which is also like literally the one under it, like 2 pages under it. There's a lot of it. She made this tweet. I saw a lot of people talk about this, but I hope more companies and viewers take a chance on polishing hidden gems within the indie sphere. We might just be ranting over here, but like, you know, the timing makes it so that it's directly addressed at VShojo. Then they're both right. They're both right, right? Like, I think Zentreya is right to assume, or not right to assume, is right to realize that, hey, there are people, right to say that there are people working their ass off and that the auditions are not nepo hires, and Dokibird saying, hey, you know what, maybe don't nepo hire and actually try to find like diamonds in the rough, like hidden gems and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's whatever. Yeah. And there's a lot of suicides in the world. Just not just enough eyes trying to find them. Now anyway, I'm going to explain to you why VShojo got these sentiments in the first place and why I think it's perfectly understandable that people are dubious. Now, I'm not saying that it's understandable but that people are fucking harassing Zentreya over this, right? Yeah. Or I don't know if he's getting harassed. Like I said, I haven't seen actually. But yeah, I'm not excusing that it's a good thing what happened to her or that it should be happen, but it's more so I'm not surprised that this happened sort of thing. And the reason is easy. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to find out. And Tharja said it put it succinctly in his donation, which is basically that it's because VShojo has really only collected people and content creators that were big and that they were friends with, historically speaking, without a single break. The last time that there was an audition, it wasn't really an audition, and for some reason nobody talks about the audition anymore and refused to elaborate further on what happened, like some sort of big yab happened behind the scenes or something. Yeah, they really only got people in that they were friends with, so you know, there was a pattern that most people recognized for the 4 years that VShojo has existed. They did fuck all with VShojo JP either, so it's kinda hard to blame the masses for looking at this with an eyebrow raised. Because to your layman, to the average people that's just looking at this from an outside point of view, it seems like whenever a project involving recruitment or a campaign pushing for the coming of new people and markets, they always get canned or resort to just getting somebody that they know, like, you know, going for the safe route. You know? Yeah, in the past we call VShojo the VTuber retirement home for a reason. Yeah, and it's actually a good reason. Like, and to a certain extent, VShojo kind of embraced that. Like, chat, okay, we may never know the full story. But again, thinking about it from an audience, from an auditioner, and from an outside perspective, it's understandable why people are doubtful. Even me, honestly, but that's just me being a skeptic little fuck, right? I question everything. But even in the back of my head, I thought, are they really gonna hire 1Views though? I mean, I'm willing to give them a chance, chat. I'm not gonna cast the first stone until I see what actually happens, because I'm curious about what's gonna happen. And even the fact that Zentreya, like she says here, pushed for this to happen, gives the implication, whether it's true or not, that this was something that the company wasn't even serious of doing, or they were even considering. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? It's up to VShojo to prove themselves right or wrong. Exactly. VShojo has historically been picking up medium-large streamers who are friends with existing streamers. I doubt they will hire 1Views, but I can see them picking up 50 to 100 CCV views. I mean, that's good. Like, Direwolf, I think that's still good. Like, you know, they're taking in 2 views. 1 views and 2 views. I think that's generally good. That'll be big for VShojo, right? And I fear the fact that if people parrot that sentiment a lot and they give into the pressure, they might only hire a 1 view or 2 view for brownie points just to get the diversity checklist done. And I don't think there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it kind of muddles the integrity of quote-unquote finding diamonds in the rough. Yeah, you know? And again, to me, the fact that VShojo now is exclusive is fine. That is gonna be a hot take. I accepted that now, chat. And yeah. Now, does that feel bad for indies? The fact that they are an exclusive retirement home? Kind of. Because nowhere is like VShojo, so it's kind of impossible to find an agency that gives so much to the talents at the scale that it does. Right? Like, I'm not kidding when I say that there is no other place out there like VShojo, for better or worse. Again, the reason why the general public and the people that actually do want to get into VShojo are caring in this situation was because of the feeling of deception, right? Because VShojo tried this before and walked back on it, and a lot of people can't trust VShojo to have the foresight and creative selection to choose the talents that are diamonds in the rough. Again, nobody really knows how they work behind the scenes. For all we know, they did their VShojo thing and poached Hololive's talent recruiters, right? Imagine if that's the case, right? If that is the case, hell yeah, brother! Fucking Dimitri is doing the right thing by concealing who the talent recruiter is for Hololive. Because otherwise, their DMs would have been bombarded by every agency and they would have been paid out the wazoo. Damn, fuck yeah, Dimitri, let's fucking go. Imagine they hired Achan. Bro, oh god. What if it's all connected, chat? It's all connected. Achan leaves Hololive. Hololive goes back to China. VShojo, surprisingly, in a weird, sudden twist of fate, they also open auditions. Is Achan behind Hololive's audition call? And is the reason why VShojo is going on an audition call is because they poached Achan? Oh my god! No, I'm memeing, chat. I'm ratting. It's funny though. It would be it would be very, very funny. Bruh, she's taking care of her parents. I know. I'm just memeing. I just think it would be very funny if that's like if that's actually what happened. Because chat, we know our, we've seen the Nijisanji rats, right? We know how the wildest and most unbelievable and most bullshitty of rats turn out to be true sometimes. Dear Lord, please let this be true because it would be so fucking funny. True, brother. True. So are you saying H-Chan leaving because of Hollow back to China? No. Well, that and that VShojo not Nepo hired. VShojo poached her. What if? That would be cinema. Ah.